Three biggest weaknesses on Chiefs' 2025 roster. If the Kansas City Chiefs want to reach a fourth consecutive Super Bowl, they will need to overcome weaknesses in the trenches, among others. Every NFL team has a weakness, including the league's best teams that are consistently playing for the Lombardi Trophy in January and February. The Kansas City Chiefs are no exception, featuring a roster with plenty of key strengths and weaknesses that can make or break their chances of ultimate success by season's end. The Chiefs have been a constant in the NFL for the last 7 years and will likely remain as such as long as quarterback Patrick Mahomes and head coach Andy Reid continue terrorizing opposing teams. They're looking to become the first team since the Buffalo Bills over 30 years ago to reach 4 consecutive Super Bowls. However, this year will prove to have more challenges than ever. I went through the Chiefs roster and identified their 3 biggest weaknesses, and one of them may surprise you. Let's take a look at the team's key flaws heading into the season. Patrick Mahomes' Achilles heel. As historically and physically great as Mahomes is, he can get his team into trouble more often than not. He does tend to go for the big play and do too much instead of taking what is in front of him. He spoke about it after his loss in Super Bowl LAX. I think that's something you saw today, that there are times when guys aren't open and I need to throw the ball away or check it down and let other guys make plays happen. Sometimes I get in a spot where I want to make a big play to kind of spark us. Mahomes has won and lost games with this type of volatility. However, as he gets older, he will need to protect the ball better, especially if his physical attributes begin to decline later in his 30s. Depth in the trenches. One of the things the Chiefs must be aware of heading into this season is their depth issues and lack of experience on the offensive line and defensive front. They'll likely start Josh Simmons and Kingsley Suamataia at left tackle and guard, respectively, while the depth of the interior defensive line is average at best, with Jerry Tillery and rookie Omar Norman-Lott. Kansas City must prove itself in these areas this season. It could determine their fate of either returning to another Super Bowl or allowing the Bills, Bengals, or Ravens run the postseason this winter. You won't find a bigger fan of Isaiah Pacheco than me, but it's hard not to acknowledge the inconsistencies he had late in the season, including the playoffs. Entering the final year of his rookie contract, Pacheco has a lot to prove, and the depth behind him is not ideal with Elijah Mitchell and Kareem Hunt. Brashard Smith, the Chiefs' 7th-round choice from SMU, could play a bigger role in the offense down the line, but this only exposes the bigger issues they have at the position. Another running back should be on the to-do list in 2026. Be sure to follow us on X Twitter, at KCChiefsNSI, and at Dominchella to never miss another breaking news story again. The Kansas City Chiefs are perched atop the NFL world like a dynasty in motion, a franchise where greatness feels routine. With Patrick Mahomes still launching lasers, Andy Reid still calling masterpieces, and the defense quietly dominating, it's easy to assume they're invincible. But peel back the curtain, and even this NFL superpower has chinks in its armor. Here's a creative look at the 3 biggest weaknesses on the 2025 Chiefs roster, the kind that could turn a Super Bowl parade into an offseason of regret. What's the difference between a Chiefs wide receiver and a magician? Nothing. Both disappear at crucial moments. Yes, the Chiefs did win a Super Bowl in 2024 without a true WR1, but doing it again? That's a gamble. In 2025, the WR room still looks more like a collection of hopefuls than heroes. Rashee Rice's legal troubles cast a cloud over his future. Xavier Worthy, their shiny new speedster from the draft, has the wheels but still learning the route tree. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, gone. Kadarius Toney, more TikToks than touchdowns. Justin Watson, reliable but not terrifying. Mahomes is like a master chef who keeps turning leftovers into gourmet meals. But even chefs need ingredients. Without a go-to guy, Mahomes is forced to make miracles, and that's not always sustainable. One bad weather game, one strong press coverage defense, and suddenly the passing game looks human. Fix. They need someone, anyone, to step up and be the guy when the game is on the line. Otherwise, every week is just another episode of Who Wants to Be a Target. On paper, the Chiefs' offensive line still looks sturdy, but on closer inspection, the foundation is shifting.